Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new painting video. We are in a new part from the painting of Lion L. Jonson. If you want to know how was paint up to this stage, please look in my channel and you will find the videos of the previous painting part, okay? So the last part was on the shield, but you will find another one on the armor and one dedicated to the base. What we are going to do in this part, we are going to paint the little guys that goes with him, okay? These two little guys. So I'm going to go for this type of combination where we have this upper part with purple and the lower part in cream color. And we are going to do that. I'm going to apply Shapty Bone, okay, see if I find it, this one, on the lower part of the tunic, okay. So I'm going to do that, a thin layer, not too much mystery, it's okay. I'm doing that and I'm back for the next step. Okay, next step, I'm going to use this one, Barak Nar Burgundy, and we are going to paint the upper part of the clothes. Okay, so I have put it on my white palette. And again, we go with a thin layer and we do this upper part of the clothing. Okay, I do this and I'm back. So as usual, this is just a thin layer, not much mystery to say, just carefully apply one thin layer of this burgundy or a couple of layers if you, and then, although one layer normally is good enough for what I'm looking for. Okay, I do that and I'm back. Okay, next step, I'm going to use Seraphim Sepia on the cream part of the clothes. We do like any other wash, we do it that is not pulling too much in any part. Okay. Like that. If you go a little bit on this ornament, don't worry. So we are going to paint it. So this stuff we are going to do it in black. Here I put too much, we remove. What I do is I look, then I just clean up in the parts that I think I have put too much wash. Here I'm okay, but in this depth recess is super dark. Just reviewing that I have not missed any spot. Okay, and we wait that this dries. So while this is drying, we can work on the other little guy. In the meantime, I'm going to use, now I'm going to paint this, and I will do it in like a leathery color. So I will use, I want to go a little bit dark, so I think I will use Gorgunter. Okay, we can use even another one that is, so it's interesting, that is Garagax Seaward. It's also, you can also thin it a little bit with water or with contrast medium. Because this will give a very interesting leathery. It's very nice for leathery colors. I recommend to thin it down a little bit, so it's enhancing even more. It's working even better as a... I tried not to dirty the cream color of the clothes, but the other parts, if you go over them, I will not be too concerned, right? Because at the end we will need to paint them in a different color, so we have to be sure that we do all the leather parts here, okay? So you can see, give a very nice shading. So, but this is too much, so now I will spread it. When here is not too. Okay, like that I think will look nice leather finishing. Curious how the belt is done, since it is composed of different belts. Okay, so I will finalize this and I'm back. Okay, now that the wash has dried and also this is completely dry, I'm going to use now snake bite leather, and I'm going to do the belt and the shoes. Okay, so I'm going to paint like that. Have a different brown for this rope that is having there. Like that. Okay. And I'm going to do the shoe as well. Contrast of wash will do this rope very nicely. The other option is, if you go just with one solid color for the clothes, for example, if you go everything cream, you can do this in purple or in red or in green, depending what color you want to use it. I will do as well the fit in this color. Okay, make sure that all the here is painted. So even the inside of the tunic of the clothes, sorry, can go like that, and then I will go like this, and I think I can reach the other side like that to be sure that everything is there. Okay, now I'm going to take black Templar Okay, and with black Templar, I'm going to do this thing. Okay, I will do this. You can see it's some parts can be a little bit more difficult to reach. Okay, I'm going to do all this and then back. Okay, this is how it's looking like now. We have put, and now we have these two guys, and we are going to use Retributor armor and do all the gold details. That is going to be quite some. So I will, as this is a Primarch relics, so most of the things I will do them in gold. Okay, so like this relic carry that he's having his this type of chain or necklace. I will do the ornaments here as well the bottom, all this in Retributor armor, and here as well this symbol and all this, and I will do all this in gold. Okay, so I'm doing all these parts in gold. Maybe the wings I will leave not in gold, but I think the rest I will leave it. I want to keep it simple. I will not do more polychromatic things here. We'll put everything in gold except the wings. Okay, so I'm going to do all these ornaments in Retributor armor again. I have done Retributor armor in the armor of Lion himself and so on. So just a thin layer. I like a lot. Retributor armor covers very nicely over any color and give a very nice base to do the gold. Okay, so I'm going to do this on all the different parts where I want to have gold, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, this is how it looks like now that we have done all the gold. Next I'm going to use, as we have done for the purity seals on the shield, contrast Luxium purple, and we are going to apply this on the purity seals. Try to be careful because I want to keep the white on there. Okay. Like that. Okay. And I will do the same on these ones. I'll take a more brush, I don't like this one. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to use Roigland Flake Shade. Get this Roigland Flake Shade, and we are going to apply this on gold. I'm doing this because there is no gold in direct contact with this purity seal, so there is no risk that I can mess up. I have to be a little bit careful. And then I will do the same on the other guy, okay? So again, not much mystery here, just try to avoid that it's pulling too much in any part, but at the same time try to give a nice shading on the gold. Okay, so I'm going to do the other guy and I'm back. Okay, and next step I'm going to use nude oil over the purple. I will do the purple of these guys a little bit darker than the purple of lion itself. Okay, and we want to as well to put this type of shade inside. It will give like a more, I think, creepy look to these guys. Oh well, that's a mist. I want to avoid this coming too much on the gold. Okay, something like that. I have to match, just want to do the shade but not too much. I mean, you don't want that is it. And I'm going to do the same on the other guy. And now I will wait at this device, because I want to do a couple of more steps, but I prefer that everything dies before I do the next steps. Okay, next step, I'm going to use Soul Black Gray on the wings of this reliquary, as we have done on the helmet of lion. Okay, same technique. But first we apply this to create the shade. And later on we will do the highlights. And the last shading I'm going to do is going to be again with Seraphine Sepia. I've been told that Seraphine Sepia is not existing anymore. I'm surprised because it's one of the washes I use the most. I don't know. And I will apply it on the attachments of the purity seals. And here as well on this type of purity seal, and as well there. Okay, next step I'm going to start with the highlights, and to do that I take Ushapti bone. Okay. I also have white on my wet palette, and I have some desert. Okay, and with these three colors we are going to start working on the bottom part of the cloth and the parchment as well. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to take first Ushapti bone. We are going to do the highlights. Okay, we are going to clean up the highlights. We have to say that these clothes are sculpted very nicely, and the shade is working quite nicely on them. To put some of the messages here. And I also can use a little bit of more from brown. Okay, and then if it's too harsh with a messy desert, I bring it down and let it on. And then push active on. And we keep working. Shut it on. Shut it on here. More from brown. Okay. Shut it on. More from brown. And now I will put a little bit of white. With this extra highlight. And like that we're going to do the tunic of both guys. Very similar technique that we use on Lionel Johnson. Okay, so I will keep working on this cloth. I will work on the cloth of the other guy, and I'm back for the next step. Okay, this how looks like when we have done the highlights all around on the queen part as well on this guy. Okay, so we have nice highlights. So now we're going to highlight the purple. So I have on my wet palette Barak Burundi, Gen Stiller purple, and the color black. Okay. And with these three colors we are going to highlight this one. So first we are going to use the burgundy to have something more or less white, and then we use Gen Stiller purple, okay, I'm using now Gen Stiller purple, which can be quite a little bit harsh. So this way we go back with the burgundy color and we go over it. Okay, I start playing first with Gen Stiller purple here with. So also have black in case you need to go very dark. Okay, let's do here. Like that. So I'm using mainly Gen Stiller purple now. Okay, and then I use burgundy. I need to go to make thinner the highlights. Burgundy. Now a little bit of black. I'm using Corpus black. Gen Stiller. Okay. Let's look here on top. Now I'm going to take burgundy. Then stiller again. No, I will put back gin stiller here. It looks too dark. Gin stiller here. And now is when I start using the color lilac for some parts to increase a little bit the highlight. You want to be selective when to apply the color lilac. It can be very bright. And then if it's too bright, you come back with gin stiller purple and you go over it a little bit. But keeping a little bit the transparency. Okay, and now the color. Now gin stiller purple. Too much. Then if we go too much, we use burgundy. Now I'm taking gin stiller purple. Okay. No vision stiller. We're going to smoothen it. Okay. Let a little bit of more color here. A little bit more of the calac. Okay. This is not the color I like. Okay, so I will do the other one like this one and I'm back. Okay, so what I have done now, I have finalized the purple and I glued them on the base together with Lion L. Jonson. Okay, so this is how it's looking like right now. We're getting close to finish this project. So then I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to use the Bainblade Brown and as well the Violet Bark. Okay, so we'll take a little bit of see, because it's a little bit dry. So I will try to thin it down and I'm back. Okay, I have put Violet Bark and Bainblade Brown on my wet palette. Okay, these two colors. And of course they are too extreme, so I will need to mix it a little bit to do the highlights properly. So we're going to start from this part here. I'm going to start first with the Violet Bark. Okay. We can mix with a little bit of the Bainblade Brown with Violet Bark. I start with Bainblade Brown and now I'm using a mixture. And again Bainblade Brown. Just want to give a little bit, not too much. Okay, very soft, quite thin. Like that. And I will do a mix. We can add a little bit more Bainblade Brown. I don't want it to look super weathered. Suppose it is like a very important relic, so it will not be in a very bad shape. Okay, and we use the same technique to highlight the belt. Okay. And do as well from the other side. Again, I'm combining burnt red brown and white bark. Try to make the transition a little bit softer. Okay. Then if needed, we can take a little bit of the messy desert that we have used before and add a little bit of additional highlight, almost like a little bit of widening. So I'm using now a little bit of the messy desert. To add a little bit of widening on top. I said not too much. It's supposed that is a reliquary, but at the same time it's supposed to be very old. Okay, I'm combining some messy desert with burnt red brown. Through this. Just to know, we'll use now a little bit of some messy desert on the belt. Okay, to add a little bit more. Of this weathering effect. You want to be quite subtle, not too much. Okay, and I think like that will be enough for me. I will just take the white bark and repair here that was a little bit. Okay, now we are going to use a metallic. We can use silver, for example. I'm going to do the buckles and rivets like here, here, well, there's one here, the rivets. And now I'm going to use Auric Armor Gold and I'll keep the silver. So between Auric Armor Gold and the silver, I'm going to highlight the golden parts in the same way that I highlighted the armor. Okay. So in the part where I have rivets, for example, the rivet, I will apply the direct silver, and I combine Auric Armor and silver. To give this extra highlight. Where is needed. Okay, we'll do the same here, for example. Okay, so this is very similar to what we have done on the lion armor ornaments. Okay, so I will repeat it here, and I'm back once it's done. Just one thing, so I have here the Dryad bark. This part inside, I will paint it with a dark brown. You can use Dryad bark or Rhino's hide. Both will do the work correctly. And the other thing that you want to be sure is that I will take a little bit of black and put it inside the hood, so to be sure that the inside of the hood are almost pitch black. Okay, so I will work now on the gold, as you have seen here in the sword. So I will do all the different ornaments, like the chain, all the parts. In some parts I will put more silver, in other parts I will work more with Auric Armor Gold. Okay, I'm doing this and I'm back for the next step. Okay, I have finalized the highlights on the gold. This is how it's looking like now. Okay, now I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to take Iwak Air Shade, and I'm going to add some shades as well on the gold, because I find it a little bit too flat in some areas and it makes no sense to put. I need to put some shading. So what I take very carefully on the part where I want a little bit of shade, I will come and apply Iwak Air Shade. Okay, for example here we want to increase the shade in this part. Okay, and I will do as well on this incense bearer. Just a little bit. Be careful not to dirten other parts. I will apply it as well on the chain. Just will give a little bit of shade on the chain. And we can add as well around this. So just carefully, where you want a little bit more of shade, a little bit more of contrast, you add it. A thing like that is okay. Now, next I'm going to use Rhino's hide. Okay, Rhino's hide is one of the darker browns. Let me show you this one. And we are going to do the writing on the purity cells as we have done on Lion himself. Okay, so we are going to put it's the same we have done on the purity seal that Lion has on the armor. Just some random dots, lines. You can see I tend not to do straight lines. Something like that. Okay, as well here. And here I was doubting what to do. I think here I will leave it like that. I will leave this clean. Not sure if I want to do text here. No, I think I will leave it like that. Now I will take white, but not pure white. I will take this one, pallid witch flesh. Put a little bit on my palette. And I'm going to highlight the wings of this reliquary. This will help to clean up any mistake that we may have done. I'm not using pure white. This pallid witch flesh have a little bit of cream color. Especially here you can see that so here is where you want a little okay. Like that. Okay. And I think that's all. That's all. So we have Lion L. Jonson painted. So yeah, this is how it looks like. So I hope you have liked this one. So I hope you have liked this tutorial. Yeah, it can take me some long because I had some interruptions at some days that I wasn't able to paint. But I hope you have enjoyed the painting tutorial. I hope you like what you see here. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.
I'm taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything.